Hello, streaming to live. I'm Gordon with Unlock Your Bioenergy. Today is Thursday, January 8th, 2026. And today I want to talk about 600 days straight. Reason being because Mark Kuhn posts on LinkedIn. Appears to be a great guy, really successful. And he writes, 2025 was a hell of a year. Hit a lot of business goals. Also lost my dad to lung cancer at 63. I'm sorry to hear that. Here were the highs, the lows, and the perspective changes for me this year to have a strong 2026. Our teams crushed it this year at Mac Capital and Mac Construction LLC. Built a $15.4 million workforce housing project in a town that hasn't seen new housing in 30 plus years. Started a drilling company from scratch and did nearly $1 million in revenue, developed $23 million in new luxury storage facilities, ran $30 million through our construction and concrete companies, raised $6 million from investors and grew to $70 million in assets under management. But losing my dad overshadows it all. It put life into perspective. I grew up in the concrete business right next to him. We worked together for years. He taught me everything about hard work, grit, and showing up when it's hard. When he got sick, all the business success didn't matter. He told me, "It's not always about money, Mark. When you're sick, throw money out the window. It doesn't matter anymore. Purpose is what matters. Why you do what you do. Lean on God when you need to find it." Easy to say, hard to do. So here's what I'm changing in 2026. Yeah, I've got business goals. Develop $100 million in projects, raise $10 million for storage, hit $100 million in assets under management. Those are still there, but I'm doing more intentional, he says. Better leader, better husband, better father, better friend. I'm 37 and my biological age is 33.8, he says. I wear a Whoop watch and have worn it for 600 plus days straight. Pretty impressive, I guess, if you want to talk about a streak. But it doesn't mean anything if you don't have anything else. So he says, I use 10 times health for blood work every 6 months to catch problems before they start. If you don't know what those are, look them up. Game changers for your health. So I guess it's a blood analysis thing, right? And blood analysis can be very useful. But what has the strongest effect on blood? It's right here. And I call it deuterium-free 114 degree molecular bond angle water. And if you've watched enough of any of my podcasts, live streams, you would know I explained it. So he says, Mark, you have one body. Take care of it. He's right. I know most people follow me for business content and I love the game. But this year reminded me that there's more to it than that. I create content for free because if I don't share during the journey, I'll be irrelevant at 60 trying to give advice. I'm in the trenches with you right now. I'm not here to compete or brag. I'm showing you what's possible when your mindset shifts. If a kid grew up poor in North Dakota can build what we've built, you can too. I appreciate everyone who's been part of this journey, my team, my investors, my family, and everyone following along on here on LinkedIn. Here's to a more purposeful 2026. Happy New Year, Mark Kuhn, he says. So on this exact post, I actually wrote a comment and I said, Mark, in addition to the Whoop watch, which he wears, which is kind of similar to this, but it's more advanced. I really don't know much about it. All I do know is that it tracks your heart rate, and this is 10 years old now. This thing does a hell of a job tracking heart rate. Made by Valencell, and it works superbly. So he says, Mark. So I say, Mark, in addition to the Whoop device that you wear, what are you doing to drive DNA reset and regeneration? I ask, as most people your age, he's younger than I am, don't think about it. Even I, as a person, I didn't think about it previously, and now I'm 49. The reason being is that resistance training exercise is known to reset and regenerate about 78 DNA genes, and there are several thousand that can go untouched. And many do not know what is available for it, which can easily fit into any lifestyle. And it will do more for you than exercise alone. I say this as I use the device that is now 10 years old to record my heart rate. And when my max heart rate reaches 212 beats per minute, which happened this past Monday on January 5th, 2026, I am still alive and well, instead of flatlined on the concrete floor, which you see in my live streams, which is behind me, right here. Now, is what I am doing dangerous? Only if you think it is. But what is foundational for my health is what matters the most, as I am unlocking my bioenergy to keep doing it. I say this as I have hit max heart rates over 200 beats per minute 7 times in the last 3 months. And all the cases captured in live streams right here. Now, I'm not saying I am anything special, but there is something special to be said that what I say is foundational truly is. So, when I say foundational, I'm talking about the cleanest and most absorbable, deuterium-free 114 degree molecular bond angled water. And when you power the cells with light, such as this tool right here, the X39, it fits into your lifestyle. Much like how you see I'm wearing it here. Today is day number 269. Now, I don't have a 600-day streak, such as Mark, but I'm getting there. And I'll tell you, there is something to be said about this in combination with what was in here. Because this here told me lots. And this, then adding this, we're talking about super thumbs up. Now, if you want to learn more about the X39, scan the QR code right there. It'll take you to unlockyyourbioenergy.godaddysites.com, where you can see additional information regards to that. when you first visit the website, you'll see these buttons on the screen. And when you click on the first one here, that will take you to Start X39, which you can see all the criteria about it. If you click on the second button here, Purchase, it'll take you to this web page where you can see the individual phototherapy patches that are available. I've talked about X39 and the Ice Wave, which is here. And then here is the YH Renew. This is for glutathione. And when you're ready to purchase, to experience the benefits from the X39, which is improved mental clarity, rapid pain relief, and reduced inflammation, improved skin appearance, enhance your sports performance, which I will show you, increased energy and vitality, and then faster recovery from exercise. That for me is the cherry in the pie, if you want to call it. So click on the or scan the QR code, should I say, and it'll take you to the place where you can place your order, or the website where you can place your order. And if you appreciate what I'm doing, showing you free workouts 6 days a week, I'd appreciate your support. It helps me out, but most importantly, it helps you. And that is what I'm hoping Mark does. Because I think we can all benefit from this. And if he's starting to think now seriously about longevity, that's what I'd be doing. So, for today's workout, I've got some new technology today. I'm going to turn on the heart rate monitor. And I'm going to set the... you can see now I've got the metronome on screen here. So that'll be the skipping tempo, which will be used for okay. I'm going to set the heart rate here. I'm going to use the timer. Do the 9-minute warm-up. And let's begin. So for the first 6 minutes, I'm gonna just do this tempo. Maybe switch in between. To warm up the body. And then I'll be finishing today's workout with shoulders, rotators, and trap. just going to slow the pace down momentarily here. I want to have some gas in the tank when I do the final burst at the warm-up. So for the final 2.5 minutes, what I will do is repeat what I did yesterday, which was doing 8 consecutive double unders and then switching to a regular bounce. And when those 8 regular skips are done, then it's switch back right away to double unders, and then back to the singles, and zigzag back and forth all the way to the end. And we'll see where my heart rate goes when I do that. And then tomorrow will be Feel It Friday, which will be just a regular workout, which with the cards. So that'll be doing the jumping jacks, mountain climber, and push-up, and skipping at this tempo, 165. Alright, so when I get to the 2.5-minute mark, so 30 seconds, and we're going to start with double unders. I'm going to keep this tempo. 4, 3, 2, 1. Here we go. 1, 3. right. Just gonna turn off the metronome. All right. I will be reducing the tempo back to 60 beats per second. All right. Just wait for my heart rate to recover here. All right. So, first exercise will be doing the rear deltoids. I've got a weight set up here on the floor, as you can see, so to help with kind of like a stop, foot stop. That way the bands don't pull me off the, there we go, about there somewhere, I think. Off the vibration plate, because I'm using the plate today again. I really like using this. Oh, and of course, come on. How lovely. Just going to reconnect this here. I keep forgetting that when I push the power button on the, there we go. I wanted just to turn the volume up and there we go. Okay, so we're going to start with rear delt. So I like to do the face pulls. I'm sure that Jeff, if he's watching, he would be proud. But I like to attach the bands at the elbow and then add a secondary band here at the top to facilitate and actually increase the amount of rotation or the resistance on the rotation. Okay, P1, there we go. And let's begin. So, here, I really want to focus isometrically. So I'm pointing my thumbs towards the camera, towards you, the viewer. Oh, this feels very good. So here I'm using 21 pounds per side. So yesterday I made the mistake of saying I was using 64 with the legs. It was actually 32 pounds of weight. I won't make that mistake again. Alright, so I can feel the stretch on the rear delts here, just because of the way the bands are. Wow. Really good. Very good exercise. I know why Jeff likes that so much, because you can really feel the rear deltoid when you do it right. Okay, next up is medial deltoid. So that's where I'm going to switch to using a single red band, because the medial deltoid is a smaller muscle. So that's going to be 8 pounds per side. But I'm going to set this one up for the front deltoid. Actually, I'm going to wait for that. Here. I'm going to use both door stops. And step on them, so that way I'm going to crisscross them like I normally do. I'm just going to move this a little forward. So, I'm going to step on it like this. Of course, cooperating the way I want it to. So that way I have just the door anchor just above my feet. Well, of course, I'm band stuck. So, kind of angle it out here. Yeah, or maybe do it this way here. That way I can get it nice and angled. Okay. Wasting too much time here. So what I'm going to start with is okay. There we go. So with the bands I can feel the tension start at the very bottom because they're crisscrossed. So tension is here. So hold it isometrically. Wow, okay. I'm going to switch now to having it on the here. See. There we go. A little bit better. Wow. Oh, that burn is incredible. Kind of do L raises a little bit. Alright, so now I'm going to focus the bottom of the rep now a little bit more. Oh, wow. Okay. Next is front deltoids. So, I'm going to take one of the door anchors off here, along with the ankle bracelet. And that's going to switch to the other side. So I have one here. Ankle bracelet. There we go. And what I'm also going to do is attach this green band to put tension at the very bottom of the rep for the front deltoid. So basically, as if I'm doing a pull away like this and activating the front deltoid. So getting a complete full range of motion. That's what I'm doing. So that looks good. I'm going to step on this one guy here. Step on this. And there we go. Ready to rock and roll. Yes. Here we go. Oh goodness, like seriously? Wow. Oh. Oh my goodness. Wow. All right. Next up is rotator. So, wow, I feel those delts. Those front ones, they're burning. I really tried today. So, with the rotator, I'm going to turn this down like this. rate monitor is starting to seem like it's dying. Alright, so I have tension here, what I want. Here we go. So by twisting my torso towards, I'm essentially applying the same amount of tension that the band is pulling on, because it does change a little bit. So turning this way towards the camera and now activating the rotator here. Now slowly turn my torso, but keep that hand under constant, keep the muscle under tension. So this is a really effective way, wow, to get the rotator. You can add I just realized, a pool noodle or a paper towel or something to help stabilize the elbow, or you can use your fist. Yeah. It really does make, by twisting like this to get the angles, holding the tension under the band. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Okay. See if you can pull. Now, this double green, split, or the one single green band split in half, equates to 10 pounds worth of resistance. And for most people, that's probably a lot. So I recommend, starting with a lighter weight, especially if you're going to try this for the very first time, because you can really injure yourself if you have a weak rotator to begin with. So be careful. All right. Switching to the other side. How much time I got here? Oh yeah, okay, I'm good still. I can already tell the difference in my strength levels. My left is stronger. And that's largely because of the accordion playing so many years. My left is just much stronger. add the tension like this with the vibration, it really makes the muscle work hard to hold it. It's very effective. If you don't have a lot of time to exercise, you don't want to spend 2.5 hours in the gym, you don't need to. Because you just got to be smart about it. And this is a smart way of training. Oh, fatigued already. I'm going to try here. Wow, okay. Last but not least is the trapezoid. So we're going to do a farmer's carry on the vibration plate. So I've got here just this is an orange single band, and I'm going to step on it like this, even it out kind of like this, and just hold on to it. Mimic as if I'm walking down this, as if I'm walking down towards the camera, holding weights, but this here is creating stimulus. So, or let's say if you're hauling soil in a wheelbarrow, you know, and you got to hold on to it. It's heavy, and you got to walk. This is kind of what it's mimicking for the vibration. And when you had the resistance, this is 30 pounds per side. So relax push the shoulders down towards the floor. Let the bands pull. So here, the trapezoid's at full stretch. Now you want to contract them. Lift the band up as if you're lifting the handles of the wheelbarrow up. Hold on to it. You're walking with it. Keep holding. Release slowly, negative down. So here we're working just the traps. Slowly back up. Holding the shoulder up, contracting the traps. Releasing. Oh, my hands hurt. So this kind of works your grip strength as well, holding onto the band. Which is good. I may consider a variation of this instead of holding the band this way. Makes it a little bit easier on the fingers. But this works the grip strength too, so there we go. That's the traps. Okay, so that is today's workout. I'm going to switch to quick timestamp here. You can see January 8th, 2026, and starting time was at 2:21. Look at that. p.m. Mountain Standard Time. So for all those people that know about numbers, you know, 222, 111, 333, 444. You know, I just find it interesting that I see that. So today's probably a good workout. And all right, so for the heart rate here, I was in the moderate zone from 163 to 184. As you see here, for a total of 2 minutes and 49 seconds. I hit a maximum heart rate of 178 today. So according to the mathematical formula, my current age is 49 and my maximum heart rate should be 171, but obviously that is clearly not the case. And see here, all right, wow, I hit it at the very beginning. Huh, isn't that interesting? Had I kept going, probably would have kept, I was starting to feel a little bit. That's why I said, oh, I wanted to have a little bit of a recovery. So obviously I was starting to climb. And I should have stuck with it, actually, thinking back to that. And perhaps I would have reached 200. And then it further iterates or further supports that what I say with regards to drinking the cleanest and most absorbable water has a drastic influence on blood quality and how your body is able to circulate blood, but also deliver the oxygen that gets depleted. So, do I have a lot of endurance when I hit failure? I hit failure, and then I wait for the blood to go back to circulate a little bit, and then I hit back and I push again to failure. Keep pushing, keep pushing. How many times can you push to failure? It's a good question. So would it change how you work out? The vibration plate tends to agree. Now, when you add this as part of your recovery, the X39, like I said before, you want to experience the benefits? Well, you can. You just got to be willing to do it. Oh, Phil. For all those people who know who Phil is. I don't know, he might be watching. If he is, thank you, Phil. Don't forget to feel the benefits, because I know he likes X39, but he's forgetful, or he's too busy with other stuff. So scan the QR code, make your first purchase, and join me 6 days a week. See if you can keep up with this old fart. Right there. Right there. Power your workouts with the best. The X39. So that's it for today. I'll see you tomorrow for Feel It Friday. It'll be good. We'll be playing with cards, or I'll be playing with cards. And if you wish to join in, test your endurance and your strength, because you can have all the muscle in the world, but if you can't do anything with it, there's no point having it. All right, we'll see you tomorrow. Bye.